Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hook on Heroes, coming at you with another brand new video for 2023. I already recorded this video once, and then decided I wanted to record it. Ooh, that was loud. Anyway, so yeah, we are talking about today, I decided to kind of condense it now. Instead of talking about my top 10 favorite Sentai Rider seasons, we're going to talk about my top 5 for Sentai this video. Thought I would kind of do this because I've updated the list recently. Different, choices have kind of moved up and down and things like that, and different reasons that I appreciate certain seasons. And again, with all of my videos of my ranking of things and my favorite things and blah, 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 if yours isn't listed here, don't feel bad about it. I'm just a big dummy white guy from America who watches random shows for Japanese children. That's not alarming at all. Anyway, so don't take it too seriously. If your favorites aren't on here or aren't my number one favorite, then that's fine. That's what makes the fandom beautiful. Is difference of opinions. So just want to kind of preface that. I'm not going to trash any other season. I'm just going to talk about ones I was entertained by the most, and they go in order here sort of. So starting off hot, we have number 5, which is Juden Sentai Kyoryuja. Kyoryuja. Fucking announcer for it. This is a great season. You're going to notice a trend in my favorites here that a lot of the dinosaur seasons I'm a big fan of. I've not watched Outer Ranger yet, but I'm sure I'll like it because I like Dino Thunder. But anyway, Kyoryuja was a really, really good season for me. I was hot off the presses of watching Gokaiger, and that was the next one that I knew about as far as, watching or whatever. I think it went technically Gokaiger, then Go Busters, then Kyoryuja, I thought. But anyway, I didn't watch Go Busters. I didn't even really know about it. And I, at the time, wasn't really thinking about that they're releasing them, like, it's a new season each year, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was stupid, I was new to it, whatever, I didn't really think about it. But Kyoryuja was great. How I can kind of explain it, my love for it, is that it's both the most and sometimes the least Japanese season ever in terms of just being as absolutely wacky as it can be. And it's been outdone by some other seasons, like Dom Brothers, which we'll get to, and Zenkaiger and things like that. But it's got a lot of heart. I love that they samba dance to transform. I love that Uchi literally kabuki dances to his own separate, tempo and beat and everything. I love the extended out team is really, really good. I think it's a decent amount of characterization and all that. The D-Boss army is really good. And it's no surprise that I really love Dino Charge also because I love this season. They're both really, really good. But yeah, Kyoryuja is just a lot of fun. Very vibrant, very fun. It's got a fun Red Ranger to it. I really like Daigo myself, King. I like most of the team, honestly. I think out of everybody, I feel like Kyoryu Green gets the least development, but I still like him. I don't dislike him because of it. But overall, a really, really good season. Some awesome, awesome, awesome fight scenes. Great suits. I love the beast batteries, I love the power-up, the Kyoryu Carnival for Red is really great, and then he fights as the Megazord, essentially. And they clearly use that in Dino Charge the same way, or similar. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I definitely would say check it out. If you're looking for a fun, peppy, ridiculous, in-your-face season, a lot of fun, and just going to give you lots of laughs and just be entertaining all the way through, absolutely check out Kyoryuja. Number 4, just so we can not make this a giant long video like it was before, is Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. Zenkaiger was a fascinating season. It was definitely, at the time I thought, one of the first things I ever watched that, not saying it's one of the first ones I watched, but it was one of the first seasons to me personally that decided just to go absolute chaos every episode. Every episode felt like it was just, I was taking a different type of drug while we're watching it. And it's really good. It's really good. I like that we get a lot of firsts with it. We get our first male white leader in terms of like a white ranger. He's considered a white ranger, but his suit has the colors on it. I love the suit design of him having like Aka Ranger / Vani Balloon / Big One vibes in it. I like the Sentai gear situation and how that works. I didn't just make them transform into those teams. They just got powers based off of them. And he even differentiated it even more with the ones they gave to Zox for the 6 Rangers and what he could do. So I like that. I think they did a really good job with that in the anniversary aspect. It was more of an anniversary season, not focused on bringing back a bunch of people to be in it again, more focused on poking fun at the franchise itself. Its tropes, its characters, its seasons, and things like that. I mean, the infamous Jetman episode, which if you know, you know. Jetman's also one of my favorites. Not my top 5, but it's still one of my favorites. But yeah, just a lot of fun. I love the Gertlinger right back here behind my shoulder. Yeah, I love the Gertlinger. I think it's a really good release. I think it's really solid. I love the whole cranking feature on it. And my figure art Senkaiser that's actually at work displayed because I don't have to room my house, so I've just invaded my workspace. It has a little Gertlinger and an action turn. It's kind of cool. So really, really like that. I love the Sentai gears. My favorite on the team is probably Juron and Kaito. Honestly, the whole team's great, but Juron is my favorite. I just love him so much. The team dynamic is really good. Building the team in the first 5-6 episodes and eventually adding Zox. Him never really joining the team officially and never calling himself a Zenkaiger is amazing. I like Stacy being the like a purple secondary or extra ranger, if you will, and his whole arc throughout. I will say not the strongest villains by any means at all, but still a really strong season and a lot of fun to see what it does with making fun of tropes within Sentai seasons and just in general what it can do. I mean, their grand power is essentially what's it called? Roll calls. There's a different roll call every episode. It's ridiculous. But it's stupid, goofy fun, and I love it. So I really, really recommend Zenkaiger if you're looking for a fun season to watch. It'd be really fun to watch those back-to-back, honestly. Kyoryuger, then Zenkaiger. Absolute insanity. Number 3 is one that's moved down, actually, which is Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. That used to be number 2. We'll get there. And Gokaiger is, what can I say that has already been said? I mean, it's a perfect, really great anniversary season. These crazy, great, well-written characters that are enduring for years and years and years. I mean, we got the 10 years after special recently, 10 Gokaiger, the Memorial Mobilates, which I really, really want. The Memorial, what's it called? Gokai Cellular. All the extra stuff for that, all the extra Ranger keys they finally finished out, and the more that they're putting out now. It's just a fantastic season. It's got a lot of heart to it. I love that the main team are all aliens who are screw off humanity and the world in general, and they learn as they go through how to be a Sentai. I think that's a really, really cool concept and something we don't do a lot with recently, and I really want to see that happen more. Really cool concept. I love that the 6, he's one of my favorite. He's probably my number 1 if I did a video about my favorite 6th Rangers. He'd be my number 1, Ikari guy, being a gigantic Sentai fan, having a big, huge ass, stupid ass picture book, sketchbook, notebook with all their names and attacks and forms and whatever in it, that he basically is teaching everybody how to do the poses, and they start to appreciate Sentai teams before them because Guy appreciates them. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And his stupid skin the head off the 6 Rangers pauldron for his gold mode is so stupid, and I love it, and gaudy, and I love it. But yeah, a really fun season with a lot of heart. I love that there's a cool story behind it where it happened around the time of the tsunami. That's not cool. Let me preface that. And the tsunami happened, 2011 tsunami, and a lot of families were hurt, a lot of devastation, a lot of deaths, things like that. And the actors got together. They only had so many that came back for it. The actors got together, sent out basically letters to a bunch of the other actors that had been on the other shows that were still alive. And said, hey, we were, hired to protect Smiles and be on these shows and make these people laugh, and now we have a new generation of kids who their parents and their parents before them even maybe watch these shows. Let's make them happy, let's make them proud, but please come back and have at least a little bit of a cameo. And that's why Gokaiger is beautiful, because you literally get pretty much absolutely almost every single solitary season up to that point. All 35 are represented in some way. Maybe the whole team, a couple members, one member, whatever. It also introduced me to a lot of Sentai things I didn't know at the time, because my first season I had to watch, which is insanity to say that. But I was basically taking notes the whole time, I want to watch that season. That one? First one I watched after that was Live Man, which also isn't in my top 5, but I still like Live Man, the suits and everything. But yeah, so really, really good season. Gokaiger is absolutely bonkers good. And again, I don't want to go over it too much because what can be said that hasn't already been said about something like Gokaiger. Coming in hot at number 2, though, Avatar Sentai, Don Brothers, clearly with the Don Momotaro jacket, bomber jacket from Nerd Up. What's up? What's up? Murasame! Don Murasame. Oh my god, there's so many things in Don Brothers. I don't even know where to begin. The entire team is such a mess. It's such a mental illness, the team. The way that Taro presents himself as this unbeatable, unstoppable force. He's good at everything he tries. He can't lie. If he tries to lie, he dies instantly because he just is incapable of lying so much, so extremely. Every episode feels like a fucking fever dream drug trip, even more, cranked to 1,000,000, even what Zenkaiger was even capable of, which is impressive to me. And the anniversary aspect is there, kinda, but they haven't really done a lot of Avatar changes in the most recent episodes. So I mean, like, that's fine. It doesn't bother me that much because anyway is anyway. And if you don't know anyway, you should. He wrote this. He wrote Jetman. He helped out with Agito. A lot of different seasons. He kind of like wrote different episodes on in parts of the seasons or whatever. But a really good writer and showrunner and whatever. So it's just a great season. I love the Don Blaster. I love the Ryuko no Geki, the thing that what's his name uses, that Jiro uses. The plot is really great. I love the like dichotomy between them and the Naoto, and that they're not really even enemies anymore now. They're not really fully friends, but they're not fully enemies. The Hitotsuoki thing being, you know, a monster based off a Sentai team is really well put together, really well designed suits there. And I just love the overall badassery and the style and the pomp and circumstance of the season. They're so sure about what they are, you know. And I love how they are a team, but that the way that they look and the suits and everything are good, but also are so wildly different. You know, being based off of the story of Momotaro, and like having the pheasant, the dog, the gorilla, the demon, you know, Oni's sister. The CG Rangers took a little bit for me. Like, I didn't hate them. I was ready for it from the start, and they were a little rough to begin with, but now I'm so used to it, I just don't care. I think it's fine. Nor do I care much about the CG used in the mech fights. I don't think that's as much of a big deal as we were led to believe. I think it was more of an experiment to see how people reacted to it. Yeah, I just think overall it's a really fun season. It's got a lot of really great characterization. Almost every character gets a lot to do. The only one that's kind of been left in the dust somewhat has been Shinichi a little bit, but overall, most of the team has gotten a lot of focus, and I'm really worried about where we're going with the end of it and how it's going to tie up all the loose ends. I know it's odd to say this before the show has even ended, but I'm assuming in the next 6 episodes or however many is left, I'm not gonna just all of a sudden hate the season. Like, it's just not gonna happen. But a really good season. I think there was a reason for it. I mean, like, clearly I love it because I have the jacket, I have the Don Blaster, a bunch of the Avataro gears. I have a figure arts Don Momotaro, like. The Yudo figures, I asked for those for Christmas and got them and put the stickers on myself and all of that. So, like, it's just a fantastic season. Absolute chaos. Super funny. Some of the best gags and Sentai jokes I have ever seen in a season, bar none. And just a really well put together season all around. So definitely check it out. It's currently running right now as of air of me, you know, filming this review or this video, whatever this list is. But definitely check it out. If you've been out of Sentai for a while, check it out. It's quite a lot of fun. It's a little bit to get into just because of like getting used to the CG Rangers for Inu Brother and Kiji Brother. It's a first for the series. Also, we have our first male Pink, who's knocking it out of the park. Amazing. But overall, it's really good. It doesn't get too bogged down by the anniversary aspect of it at all. Interesting that they did that back to back because you would think there'd be like some really big story reason for it to happen, whereas in Zenkaiger it was pretty big because like, you know, they were getting these years and using these, you know, powers to fight their enemies and blah, blah, blah. Whereas in this, it's just like, yeah, we can, I guess, but, you know, and I kind of like that with anyway. And I also love his way of, like, waiting to, like, the last 90 seconds, if that, to just throw in a Hitotsuoki, you know, giant, you know, mecha fight thing. I love it. We get some episodes where we don't get a mecha fight at all, and I think it's beautiful, however he works around that. But yeah, so it's a really good season. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet. And of course, my number one, undisputed, is not going to probably ever change, is Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier. This was the one that got me really fully back into regularly watching Sentai. It was the one that introduced me to Toku Twitter. It was the one that gave me the confidence to start talking to and becoming friends with people like Sentai 5, Toku Frankie, my co-host on the Hensons and Homies podcast, Vaughn, Ginga Herb, Tay, Jacob Geisolg, a lot of people. A majority of the friends I made were through our love of watching that show as we like watched it together essentially. And what was really poignant for me is that I watched it initially, and then like as my first son was born, I rewatched it. I think it was my first son, or maybe it was Bodhi. One of the two of them. One of my kids were born, and I was rewatching it at the same time, and so my emotions were kind of going with it, you know. Like being able to push past my limits as a dad to like be better with like to be even better than I am now and like surpass myself, and you know be the best dad that I can be, and that fitting in with kind of the theming of the show. But clearly I'm a huge fan. Duh. You can see, well, most of the stuff up there. I have a helmet that my friend Toku Frankie made. I have a Memorial Ryo Solkin. I have the Match Ryo Soul Changer. I have the Ryo Soul Changer. I have the Dino Fury Red Lightning Collection figure. I have the Max Ryosol slash Dynamite Mode Red figure. I have the Gaisorg slash Void Knight that I've painted to look better. Like, I'm a huge nut for this. I have a tattoo. I have a long sleeve shirt. I can't show you. I have a tattoo of their logo right in my arm, right in my bicep right here. So I mean, like, it's pretty near and dear to my heart. It's just a really great season. A lot of emotion. A lot of really great dialogue. Great storyline. Really awesome villains. And just a really awesome time throughout. And a lot of really extra awesome content. Awesome extra content. Such as the Masters episodes where we got back into the backstory and stuff. The summer movie, which went back in time and saw the creation of the Gaisorg armor. And just a few other things here and there, crossover-wise and whatever, that kind of added on to the lore of the show and kind of made things even more awesome than they were. It's just a lot of fun. It's always going to hold a place near and dear to my heart. And I'm probably going to try to at least every year, every couple years, rewatch it because it's just that good. And also, because of that, similar to the thing with Kyoryuger with Dino Charge, I also really enjoy Dino Fury for how different it is from Ryusoldier, but also like sort of similar grounds too. Like, it's trying to do its own thing while not veering too far away from the aesthetics and overall feel, and I can appreciate that. So, but yeah, so there we go. That is my top 5. We'll run through it real quick again. That was number 5, Juden Sentai Kyoryuger. Number 4, Kikai Sentai Zenkaija. Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger is number 3. Avatar Sentai Down Brothers, number 2. And number 1, Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoldier. But that's okay, though, if it's not yours, because let me know in the comments below. What are your favorite Sentai seasons? How do you rank them? Do you rank them? What are your favorites? What are your not-so-favorites? What do you hate about mine? How do you feel about me as a person? Do you want to punch me? I do. But let me know, really, honestly, in the comments. Let us see the conversation going about Sentai seasons, what your guys' favorites are, your moments, characters, transformations, whatever. I'm sure this will update again throughout the next year as I watch more seasons and stuff like that. But again, I really appreciate having this platform, be able to talk to you guys and, talk about these awesome shows you all watch and everything. As far as content this week, I do have my favorite toy releases for the year, Toku toy releases. That should be up pretty soon. And a similar video to this, but for Rider seasons, my top 5 on that. So hopefully that will be up pretty soon. I'm trying to think of what else. Henshins and Homies, we're going to be having our first episode of the year. We'll have some special shirts. You'll have to see. And also we'll be having the episode will be just the two of us, just me and Frankie, talking about 2022 in review, basically, for Tokusatsu, as far as favorite moments, shows, releases, whatever, and just kind of talking about our favorite things and least favorite things and whatever of the year in general for Tokusatsu. So definitely check that out. Subscribe to us there on Henshins and Homies if you haven't already. The link is down below in the description. We are live every Friday or so, somewhere around 7:45, 8 p.m., somewhere around there. Eastern Standard Time, of course. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, let us know. Direct message us either on YouTube here, if I think you can, or also on Twitter at RioSoulRiderRed or Hooked on Heroes there. Yeah, let me know if you guys have topics or you want to be on the show. I'm definitely open to it. We're trying to, the point of the show is to kind of highlight awesome community members, but also have a really good time with it and really geek out together about these shows that we watch and we all enjoy and love so much. This genre we love so much. But thank you guys so much for the love, support, the comments, subscribing to me, watching and everything, giving me the time of day. Thank you so much. If I could just put a smile on one person's face watching my videos, I'm happy about it. I don't even care. But until next time, stay hooked on the heroes. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Don't but others. I like to take drugs when I watch the show. It makes more sense. No, it doesn't. No. Jesus Christ. Bye.